Yo, what is up, fam? It's your boy Legend, and I am back with another video. Now, I know you guys did not expect me to drop another one today, tonight, whatever time it is for you, but I am. And you already know what it is just by looking at the thumbnail, my G. What if Naruto sealed himself for 7,000 years to save everyone? Everybody's favorite series for some reason. I don't know why everybody likes the Naruto and Azula ships, but they do. But anyway, like goal for this video, 5 likes. You already know the deal. So hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it, and without further ado, let's just get into this intro so we can start the. Look at me fucking up my own intro. You know what I'm saying.
They hate us, and we deserve it.
The light of the setting sun streamed through the tall canopy windows of the treehouse mansion nestled within the dense forest near Ba Sing Se. It was a marvel of both natural beauty and subtle luxury, a secluded place suspended between sky and earth. Within its polished wooden halls and elegant design, two powerful figures sat utterly, miserably bored. Naruto lay sprawled on his back across the couch, large enough for three. His arms dangled off either side as he stared at the intricately carved ceiling above. "I can't take it anymore," he growled. "I'm gonna rot, just dissolve into nothing. This is how boredom kills people. Not wars, not old age, boredom." Azula sat nearby in a plush armchair, one leg crossed over the other, her fingers absently flicking through a book. She hadn't turned a page in over an hour. She glanced at him, her brow arched. "You're the one who insisted that we stay hidden." "Because I sensed we had watchers and you were afraid," Naruto replied, rolling over onto his side. "3 of them. Been lurking for days now. But we've just been sitting here like prisoners in a luxury cage. And it's driving me insane." Azula closed her book with a soft thud. She didn't deny. She felt it too, the restless itch crawling beneath her skin. She'd come so far in rebuilding herself, but isolation like this stirred old patterns, paranoia, reclusion, shadows of her past. Still, she hesitated. "They're still out there," she said quietly. "Let them watch," Naruto said, springing to his feet with renewed energy. "I'm not staying locked up because a few weirdos. Let's get out. Let's go do something normal, fun, like, I don't know, go to a bar or something." Azula blinked, taken aback. "A bar?" "Yeah, a bar or pub. Get some food, some drinks. Pretend we're regular people for once." Azula looked at him, her amber eyes narrowing slightly, weighing the risk. But then Naruto extended a hand towards her, grinning in that reckless, disarming way of his. The way that made her feel like maybe life didn't have to be dictated by fear and caution. She took his hand. The city of Ba Sing Se was a sprawling, elegant tapestry of old world architecture and winding streets hidden beneath the grandeur and history. However, there were pockets of nightlife that buzzed with activity and intoxicating energy. The pub Naruto had chosen was tucked in a busy corner near the outer ring. Not too ritzy, not too grimy. Just the kind of place where people laughed too loud and drank too much, and nobody cared who you were. They found seats at the bar, Naruto took a moment to soak in the atmosphere. The hum of conversations, the clinking of glasses, and the thick scent of roasted meats and spiced drinks filled the air. Menus were placed before them, and Naruto's eyes immediately locked onto one item: Mount Mayuboko Sake. His chest tightened. The name alone transported him back to the toads, the cool mist of the mountain, Fugaku's gruff voice, the peace of it all. But Mount Maiboku had long since faded into a myth. The world had moved on without chakra, without toads, without the bonds he'd once known. I'll take the Maiboku bottle, Naruto told the bartender. The man paused. That's a rare vintage. You sure? Naruto slid a heavy coin pouch across the counter without blinking. Positive. He didn't open it when he brought it to him. Instead, he sealed the ornate bottle within a scroll and summoned with a flick of his wrist. A keepsake. A piece of time gone forever. Then he ordered a second one, much more ordinary bottle of sake. Azula said nothing, just watched him with a mix of curiosity and quiet empathy. Then toasted. The sake was sharp, smooth, and just enough to dull the edges of solitude. Unbeknownst to them, a woman several seats down had taken a particular interest in their presence, or rather in Naruto's casual display of wealth. She was tall, ruggedly attractive, with sharp eyes that hadn't dulled despite the years of inactivity. Once a renewed tracker and fighter, she now drifted through life looking for scraps, remnants of her old thrill. But the world didn't need hunters anymore, not in times of peace. She downed the last of her whiskey, eyes on the scroll Naruto had used to seal the rare bottle in. A smile curled at her lips. Easy mark. She rose, fluid and casual, weaving through the crowd until she passed behind him. Her fingers brushed his coat. One clean pull. The weight of his wallet dropped into her pocket, smooth as breath. She turned and headed for the exit, never looking back. Naruto gave it a beat, then smiled. I'm gonna hit the bathroom, he told Azula. She nodded absently. Outside, the woman was halfway down the alley when a blur cut across her vision. Before she could react, a hand clamped around her throat and shoved her into the brick wall of the pub. Her feet left the ground. Naruto's eyes gleamed in the moonlight, a strange blend of amusement and disappointment. That wasn't very nice, he whispered into her ear. Her body tensed. She tried to swing, but he caught her wrist and twisted it gently. He wasn't angry, he was just studying her. He held out a hand, wordlessly. She dropped the wallet into his palm. That's when Azula rounded the corner. She stopped, arms folded across her chest, her gaze cool. You went the wrong way to the bathroom. Naruto turned, grinning sheepishly. Oops. Got turned around. Azula's eyes flicked to the woman, pinned against the wall. Their eyes met. It was hard to read Azula's expression. Disapproval? Interest? Something else? Naruto turned back to the thief, still holding her effortlessly with one hand. What's your name? She gritted her teeth. June. Naruto raised a brow. There was something in that name. He slowly let her down, fingers trailing away from her throat. She didn't step back, just watched him with a curious fire, cheeks flushed, not just from embarrassment. He stared at her, head tilting slightly. There was something familiar in her. Then Kurama's voice echoed in his mind. Silk and smoke. That woman, June, smells like Itachi and faintly of Yugito. I can smell her undeveloped chakra network. Naruto blinked. That explained the odd pull he felt. An echo of old bonds, a buried potential in her aura, even if she didn't know it. He smiled, soft and unreadable. You're lucky I'm in a good mood tonight, he said. Then, to Azula, "Want to head back in?" Azula nodded, casting one last look at June. June watched them walk away, her heart pounding for a reason she didn't understand. There was something unnatural about that man, and yet something magnetic. As Naruto and Azula slipped back into the warmth of the pub, the quiet between them was companionable. Azula broke it. She was attractive. Naruto chuckled. Not my type. No? What is your type, then? He looked at her sideways. Fiery, dangerous, with eyes that can burn holes in me. Azula snorted and spoke. Yeah, she's definitely your type. But there was a faint blush rising on her cheeks. She reached for the sake and poured them each another glass. Outside, June lingered in the alleyway, staring at her hand, where he had held her wrist. The hunt, it seemed, wasn't over yet. Not by a long shot. Back in the pub. You hesitated, she said finally. Naruto blinked. What? Back there. You had her against the wall. You looked at her for a little too long. He frowned, leaning back. Are you jealous or just suspicious or something? Does it matter? Her voice was sharp, brittle. There was no smile, no smirk, just raw, unpolished emotion. Naruto had seen Azula fake 1,000 expressions, but never this one. I looked at her because something felt familiar, he admitted. She's got chakra, dormant, but it's there. She smells like someone I knew. Azula took a breath, calming herself. And would you hesitate like that if I turned on you? Naruto turned fully towards her, his gaze steady. No, I wouldn't. I'd stop you without hesitation, but I wouldn't hurt you. Not unless you gave me no other choice. Azula held his gaze, testing him, peeling him apart. Would you hesitate to kill me? She asked. Silence. Yeah, Naruto said at last. I would. She nodded slowly, lips pressed tight. Before either of them could say more, the door to the pub slammed open. A group of rough-looking men and women stumbled in. One of them pointed straight at June, who had just returned and taken a quiet seat near the back. That's her! Bounty skipping knife happy bitch! Owe me 600 gold! June tensed. Naruto and Azula both rose in unison. The bar fell silent. The man stormed forward, cracking his knuckles. You gonna pay up, or do I have to carve it out of your skin? Naruto stepped between them. Back off, he said calmly. Who the hell are you? Naruto smiled, eyes sharp. The guy you really don't want to fight. The man laughed. A mistake. Naruto didn't even need to move. A pulse of pressure cracked the wood floorboards beneath him. The man flattened mid-step, groaning and twitching. His friends froze, eyes wide. Azula stepped beside Naruto, flicking a small flame between her fingers. I recommend you leave, she said. They left. June watched all of this from the corner of her silent, calculating seat. When Naruto turned to her, she raised an eyebrow. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, I did, he said. Azula said nothing, but her eyes never left June. Outside, hours later. As they walked back to the treehouse mansion, Azula finally spoke, again. You don't trust her, but you saved her. She's not the enemy, Naruto said. Not yet. Azula nodded slowly. Then I hope you don't regret giving her the benefit of the doubt. As they vanished into the shadows of the upper ring, watching once more by unseen eyes, Naruto felt something stir deep within his chest. The past wasn't as buried as he thought, and Azula's fire wasn't the only thing that was burning. The morning mist still clung to the treetops, streaks of golden light piercing through the dense canopy as the sun rose higher above the Ba Sing Se forest outskirts. Birds chirped in scattered harmony, but the serenity was broken by the rhythmic sound of fists slamming into air with enough force to cause sharp gusts. Naruto stood in a clearing near the towering treehouse mansion, shirtless, his skin slick with sweat. Each movement of his toned, sculpted frame was precise and fluid, a dance of lethal grace and restrained power. As he moved through a kata that melded forms from old world taijutsu with his own adaptations, the surrounding leaves rustled, responding to the silent pressure radiating from his strikes. Azula sat on the elevated patio that extended from the main chamber of the treehouse. She leaned against the railing, one leg tucked under the other, her usually composed face tinged pink. Her eyes tracked Naruto's every motion, shoulders rolling, back flexing, muscles taut and coiled beneath his skin. She wasn't just watching him, she was studying him and blushing the entire time. A half a mile high atop a mossy ridge overlooking the scene, Tai clutched a pair of long distance binoculars. Her face was bright red. Okay. Wow, she mumbled, her voice breathless. Toph sat beside her, bored, picking dirt from underneath her nails. Still gawking at the shirtless mystery man? He's not just shirtless, Toph. He's a sculpted statue of golden sun-kissed muscle. I mean, what is Azula doing with someone like that in the woods? Mai sipped tea calmly, her expression unreadable. She's not with him. They're just in the same place. Doesn't mean anything. We've been spying on them for days. They eat together, they sleep under the same roof, they talk at night alone, and now she's watching him train like he's a piece of fruit that she's about to bite. Toph snorted. You mean like you're watching him? Ty Lee stuck her tongue out. Hush! You're blind. You don't get to judge. I hear everything. Trust me. That guy's got tension with Azula like a taut rope over a lava pit. Something's gonna snap. Back in the clearing, Naruto suddenly stopped. He froze mid-strike, his eyes narrowing, body loose but alert. He turned toward the eastern tree line, his expression unreadable. Azula noticed the shift immediately. Her brow furrowed, her posture straightening as she moved from the railing and leapt lightly down from the patio to land beside him. 2 minutes passed. Then the underbrush parted. June emerged, riding atop of a massive horned blind creature. Its head swayed from side to side, sniffing the air. Naruto's expression remained neutral, but Azula's mood shifted in an instant. Her golden eyes sharpened with suspicion, and she stepped up beside Naruto until their arms brushed. Then, without hesitation, she reached down and boldly laced her fingers with his. Naruto blinked. His brain stuttered. He glanced at their joined hands like they were some kind of foreign object he didn't understand. Her grip was firm, possessive, protective. He didn't know what to do or say, so he didn't. He turned back to June instead. The bounty hunter slid off her creature with practiced ease, dusting herself off and rolling her shoulders. Her black and red outfit clung to her form, and her expression was a mix of amusement and determination. You can hide your tracks all you want, June said casually, but you can't erase your smell. Naruto's face didn't change, but something in his eyes flickered. Azula's grip on his hand tightened slightly. June gave the treehouse a long look, her lips curving into a slow smile. Way to flaunt one's wealth. It's very nice. Very much so. Your girlfriend must love this place. I know I'd love a place like this. Well, not exactly like this. Something smaller, more me. Somewhere I wouldn't have to keep wondering if I'll have enough for a hotel room. Naruto tilted his head, visibly confused. Girlfriend? His face twisted subtly with the weight of the word. His hand relaxed in Azula's grip. June caught the shift immediately, her gaze flicking between the two. I don't have a girlfriend, Naruto said awkwardly. There was a faint ache in his voice, one he tried to hide. He looked away, his eyes shadowed. No girl would ever want to give me a chance, or even look at me twice. I'm just not someone girls want to date. The words were quiet, almost a whisper, meant for himself, but both women heard him. Azula's face softened for a heartbeat before returning to steel. June's smirk faded into something unreadable. Naruto took a breath. And I didn't buy this place. Azula found a location and I just created the house. June blinked. You mean you built it? Naruto didn't answer right away. He was watching her now, really watching her. The tilt of her head, the subtle language of her body. It was something familiar. Something Itachi had done once or twice before. A way of assessing threats or mirroring power. No, Naruto said finally. I mean created it. The words hung in the air like the calm before a storm. Up on the ridge, Tylee had both hands pressed onto the binoculars. Her lips moved as she tried to read the exchange. He created the mansion? Like what? Poof? Magic style? Did you see that, Mai? He looked so bad when he talked about girls. But then Azula held his hand. She's totally held it. Mai narrowed her eyes. I'm not sure I like this. Azula is not the type to get emotional. Maybe she's changing, Tylee whispered. Then she grinned. And if she's not careful, I might just swoop in myself. Toph laughed. Yeah, right. You're all bark. Azula's the one with the teeth. Back below, June watched Naruto with renewed interest. So, you're that kind of powerful. The rare god level type. Should have known when you broke that thug without even moving last night. Naruto didn't respond. He just stared at her. Azula, still holding his hand, stepped slightly forward, her gaze locked onto June's, like a predator sizing up competition. June chuckled dryly. Relax, princess. I'm not here to steal your mystery, man. Just curious. He's not like anyone I've ever met. Not in a long, long time. Naruto exhaled slowly. He could feel the past pressing down on him. Echoes of a world gone, of friends lost, of battles won at cost too high. And now, these new bonds forming in the ashes. He glanced down at Azula's hand still gripping his own. Maybe he wasn't as alone as he thought. But guys, I'm going to end it off right there. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe while you're at it. Remember, the like goal for the video is going to be 5 likes. You're not getting another upload today. Just throw that out there randomly. But yeah, so hit that like button. Subscribe while you're at it. And I really do mean that. Subscribe and hit the like button. But without further ado, I am out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed, y'all.